afternoon, everybody. I forgot something to drink. Well. Um, I'll wait a moment or two. Yeah, we got somebody. At least one person. In my hair. Yeah. Just one person so far? I guess I should have announced it. Hello, 8 people. $18. Yay, and nobody talking. Oh, here we go. Hello, Smoke Girl. Hi, I'm doing, other than the usual, back pains and whatnot, I'm doing pretty good. Okay. Let's see if I can do this without problems. Do 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 do. Okay. I don't want to share a photo. Great. Hey, Nelly. I'm glad you're back. I'm gonna wait a few minutes because weather is actually kind of, well, it's cloudy right now. They're talking about chances of rain later on. And as for the actual temperature, I'm not sure. Not without looking at a device. So it's one of those, we don't know if we're going to have autumn or is it going to go straight into winter or what. So I got on here before I created my post because I was trying to do two things at once and went, oops. So I just put my post out. Goodness gracious, Jim. But I am trying to fix some problems. Equestrian was like, why are you letting these people back on your channel? And I'm like, because I'm giving them a chance. Yeah, I know you wouldn't be looking forward to winter right now, so it's understandable. Ducks won't. Dogs of any kind, of any breed, as long as you can maintain some sort of balance, are good dogs. Yeah, I'm not too sure if I'm ready for winter or not because of all the stuff that I still have to do outside. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Thanks, Marguerite. Give me. Okay. Alrighty. My tablet, I think, is giving me issues. The reason why I did not want to keep on going on Jerry's channel is because I'm not that I'm having issues, and I don't like talking about Jerry on my channel, but today I feel like I need to let some whatever out. Um, no, she has not started the celebration. She's actually laying down in her bed. She's awake, but she's laying down. Um, and Oreo's in her kennel. Hey, Marguerite. Um, Diane, check to see if you can get on your regular channel. I think I tried to unlock it. I've unlocked a couple of people that were listed, so hopefully they can come on. But I think your one of your names is, I think, is no longer in the blocked area. Which is kind of funny because Jerry was like, why are you unblocking these people, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, because I want to give them a chance. I want to give them another chance. They've been doing well. So why not? You know, which kind of bugs me because it's like, it's my channel. I can do whatever I want. Why are you, uptight about it? Yeah, I was stressed. I am kind of, well, let's just put it this way. My stress level stems from a lot of different things. Some of it's visual association, some of it's mental association. If you guys can't hear me, let me know because my water softener is going off. And it sounds loud to me. But what's been going on is like, I feel like the last couple of days I haven't been feeling good. So I'm trying to give myself some grace. But then I come out here to the kitchen dining area and I see dishes piling up in the sink. I see all these cardboard boxes and whatnot that's been there for quite some time. And I'm just like, I am so done with this. Hey, kicking. So I'm just like, you know, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into a like who blocked who thing. It's just I'm blocking a few people that you guys requested, including my cousin Pam. I don't know if she'll be on here. Who knows? Um, but again, like I said, I'm giving everybody a fair equal chance. Like I said though, if there's people that don't pop on, say that they're blocked, let me know. Um, I can jump over to the list and try to unblock them. But yeah, you're blocked on Jerry's channel. Even though she says she don't block people. Yeah, right. Okay. I don't know. I'm going to be fair and just say I don't know because my memory lately has been for shite. So yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, Diane. Then your whatever name is blocked, I don't know. Um, well, I blocked her because she gets on her high horse about how she feels towards Jerry and stuff like that, and I'm like, no, 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 we're not dealing with that. Uh, well, that's the thing. No, I'm trying to just unblock the people that I've been requested to unblock. Hopefully I did it right this time. Well, see, the thing is, my cousin Pam has this issue towards most of the family because she thinks that we kept her father's location secret. Um, well, the story goes that when my father and her father were younger and they worked at a volunteer fire department, her father basically borrowed money from this young man, not knowing who he was. And because he couldn't repay this young man, he had to go on the lam because this young man was connected with mob part of the mob somehow. And that's all I know because once that happened, once he went on the lam, it was like my father or my aunt Lee um, would get like messages, from all over the place, and that's all we knew until she found out. And I don't think we knew that he passed away and was buried in Phoenix, Arizona, but she found out somehow through the obituaries and basically started going off blaming people from hiding her father from her and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I'm sorry. I don't know nothing. All I know is secondhand stories. But anyhow, okay, that's fine, Diane. As long as her doings and whatnot don't put a hamper, I guess you'd say, in our conversations. Let's see here. That's right. Joni said she was at the beach on Jerry's channel. I just I I'm not a beach goer. I don't like sitting in the sun. Um, that's probably one of the reasons why I have many skin conditions. Thankfully, it's mostly psoriasis. Nothing worse than that. I posted a new video, James, and I did tag Jerry Ann. I don't feel it's mean. I feel she needs to take better care of herself. I don't watch her live. I, wait a minute. I didn't watch her live long. I was picking up an ex for neighbor and I noticed. Okay. Um, the blood on her nightgown is a combination of a puppy scratch and now I don't know what caused the boo boos on her chest. We don't know if it was from the cancer or the treatment, but every so often they'll like get connected to her nightgown in the middle of the night and she'll roll over and that will cause the scab to come off and then it bleeds. Um, but yeah, we do take care of them. We have the A&D that we put on the bandages for her back sore. We have a vitamin E lemongrass oil combination in a bottle that we coat her dry skin on her right side. Um, I wish I had something for her chest area, but yeah, it is, you know, unfortunate that these things happen. Um, I kind of should have told her to go ahead and change the nightgown because she asked me, and I was like, I, you know, it's up to you. But um, What was I? I'm sorry, folks. Okay, Diana. Yeah, her arm and whatnot. She gets more scratches from the puppy than she gets from the issues that she has with inner health, the cancer and the diabetes. And what it is the dog is really. I gotta take her. I gotta get some money. I gotta get at least $20 and take her up to PetSmart and have PetSmart give her a bath and a trim. I don't know how much that would cost, but that's what she needs. Um, um, yeah, sometimes Oreo gets rambunctious and especially that dew claw. It's hard to trim. Um, will get you faster than the regular claws, but it's like her dew claw and her front claw. Um, they're the sharpest, and they're the ones that cause problems. Are anybody having any problem with pixelation distortion? I'm noticing it on my tablet, but that's probably my network. Hopefully, nobody else is getting bothered by it. Um, Hi James, please unlock me on Jared's channel. I think I was blocked in error. Thank you, Becky. I will look into that now that I know how to. Um, let's see here. So many things worse than psoriasis. Oh yeah, I agree with you. There's a lot of different things. I mean, I every time I go to the doctor, I ask, especially during, because let me start at the beginning. When things were happening back in Arizona after my dad died, and I was getting stressed out, and during the warmer months, I would start to break out and flake and all kinds of things. But during the winter months, it wasn't as bad. So that's why I'm like, it's not melanoma or anything like that. It's psoriasis. And it's been, even one of my doctors back in Arizona said, oh, yeah, you got psoriasis. She tried to tell me, use X shampoo for X amount of time and then switch over to a different shampoo, but they have to be moisturizing and dandruff. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. The best one I've found so far is the tea tree. Looks like tar when you squeeze it out of the bottle. It looks like either dark honey that's gotten really thick or some kind of weird tar. Um, and it works. It works. And then the other one that I found out that works is surprisingly not a male oriented shampoo, a female Dove type shampoo. Now, I have a man's Dove shampoo now that they start making it in for men. Like, I don't know. I might like coming out of the shower every so often smelling like lilac or something like that. I like lilacs. They smell great. So do honeysuckles. But sometimes it gets to my nose. Um, is she going to take shower to get the blood off of her? She washes herself with baby wipes for the most part. Um, Tonight, I'm gonna try to get her to take a shower. She might be like, "Well, I want you to take yours first." Okay, fine. I'm gonna go take mine. Then you're gonna get in. Um, and I'll be honest. The last week, almost week and a half, I have not taken a shower because my brain is like, "No, you don't have time for a shower. You got to do this. This." My self care lately has gone down the drain, basically, and I don't blame it on anybody because I know it's mostly my fault. Um, she's no longer doing radiation chemo. She's no longer doing chemo. She's on a oral medication. The oral medication has not messed her up. Her last round of chemo was, excuse my language, a bitch. It made her lethargic. It made her tired and whatnot. It caused her left side to start being angry and aggressive and whatnot, and it wore her out. So she's on hold with actual radiation treatment, but she is taking a medication that basically helps keep the cancer cells in slowdown mode. But otherwise, she's focusing more on quality of life than no. Is she focusing on quality or quantity? I think she's focusing on quality because when she wasn't focusing on quality and she was trying to do the radiation treatments and all that, it was, yeah, no, thank you. Um, yeah, I want to take her in to get her nails done and hopefully a bath. I don't know about that. Moose, Lorraine's. Um, right, right. She does go in and get a. She gets her port flush, and I don't know if they inject her with anything or not, but I know she gets that port flushed. Um, no, Jerry is not back on chemo. Um, yes, I know, Diane. She is seeing her doctor. She's seeing her oncologist doctor, like, I don't know if it's once or twice a month. She gets the port flushed and wound care every week or every other week, excuse me. Um, so she's doing what the doctors want her to do. Um, Personally, though, I don't think she's doing as much as she should be, but that's just my opinion. Um, but yeah, she needs to. I guess she needs as much self care as I need self care. Um, so it's one of those, like, I don't know what she needs. I don't know what I need. I'm trying to listen to my doctors. I'm trying to do what I think is best for me for self care. But I've been falling behind because I get so focused on her needs that everything is coming apart. Yes, I know. She should have swapped my account. Um, well, I think with Oreo is she is hypersensitive by sound and playing with her feet. Doing anything with her feet causes her to just, you know, bounce around. I'm like, nope. Want to play a game? Okay, we can play games, but I'm not letting you touch me with those clippers. We had an automatic nail file that's good for dogs. She hates the sound, the whining sound that it makes, because it does sound like a, like a. Trying to remember what I compared that sound to when I first heard it. An industrial, not an industrial grinder, but that whining sound that you get from a jigsaw or rotary saw before you hit the wood. Um, so yeah, um, uh, yeah, it's all right. Uh, I don't know if Bluegrass is here. I have not seen his name come across yet. Um, Patty in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I mean, Oreo. Last time Jerry, or last time I tried to do Oreo's claw trimmings, um, it took both me and Jerry to hold her down because she's a pretty, buffy, she's pretty strong for her size. Um, let's see here. Well, yeah, pet groomers got that equipment, that leash that they put on there, or a muzzle if they're afraid that the dog's gonna bark, or not bark, excuse me, bite. I'm pretty sure Oreo whimpers. But last time we took her to PetSmart, they did a really good job on her. Gave her a bath, gave her a trimming. I don't even remember how much it cost. I don't understand what you're saying there, Leanne's, because you're talking about. Sounds like you're talking about the dog having diabetes or high sugars or something like that, which I wouldn't know unless I took her to a professional. We're talking about nail trimming, not sugar levels. Um, I would have to wrap my dachshund. That's what we do. Is we wrap her in a towel or something like that when we go to trim her nails. Oreos, still though, she's a feisty little thing. Um, I'm not asking for anybody to give me money to take care of my dog. I'm not that kind of person. Yeah. Oh, Oreo listens to me. She'll listen to me because she knows I don't put up with her games. She's got one particular game that really annoys the crap out of me, and that's we'll let her out because she wants out. She's whining and jumping and circling the table and whatnot. So I'll put her out. And then what she'll do is she'll go out there and she's not even after 5 minutes. She'll come up to the Arcadia door and paw at it. And then when I get up to let her in, she turns around and runs off. And I'm like, you little snot. But she's a good girl. I mean, she just wants to play. Yes, everybody wants to hear about Marguerite's little bundle. Um, let's see here. I have psoriasis. There's a diet you can. There's a diet you have to follow to make your follow. You may ask your doctor. I see a dermatologist. I should probably be seeing a dermatologist there, Diane. Or is it Diane? No, Miss Williams. Sorry, can't get my brain. Okay. Um. Well, Jerry would have to be the one to answer that one because you know what they say. Skunk is the last one to smell itself. Um. But yeah, I feel good when I get done with a shower, and that's why I miss taking showers and need to put that on a like priority list. That's the thing is usually when I take a shower, it's usually later in the evening time, a good hour before I go to bed, and then when I'm finally dry, um, I have no problems going to sleep unless it's something like my back or something crazy. Um, yeah, I know. I keep on telling Jerry that she's got to get into that shower. Um, I love her to pieces, but there are times where it's just like baby wipes are not enough. Um, I use I use that Dove body wash. I use a body wash that's basically for sensitive skin. I also use like either tea tree or I forgot the name of the other shampoo that I use. It's really good for my dry scalp. Um, I tell you what, though, I would rather, I thought about this at one point in time because I was like, man, if we were living basically out in the sticks where you had to have solar energy and your own form of waste containment, um, or basically a septic tank, which I'm not too fond of. To there's there's this excuse me there's this it's basically a hot tub, and what I mean by a hot tub, I don't mean all the bubbles and all that stuff. It's a big wooden tub with a metal box for it. You put wood in there to heat up the water, and it's tall enough where it comes to like mid chest on the person that was in this thing, and you can sit on the little bench, which is high enough to keep the water above your head, and then if you want to, you can just dunk yourself under that water and you know do the hair wash and all that stuff and dunk under the water to rinse your hair, but you know I don't have the money. But I would do something like that. I've also watched videos of people who live in Norway by some of the streams and whatnot, and they just go into the stream. They even crack a hole in the ice during the wintertime and jump into the ice. And basically, it revitalizes everything in your body, according to this narrator. And I'm like, well, I can see myself washing in the stream and whatnot, but not in the middle of wintertime where I have to cut a hole in the ice. That's just too much for me. But yeah, everybody has their own way of living and whatnot. Um, but oh, okay. Um, I don't think it's against showering. I think what it is getting in and out of our shower because it's not a walk-in shower; it's a step over type shower, and she's got the shower bench that she can sit on it before getting in the shower, spin herself, get one leg in, scoot over, get the other leg in, scoot over a little bit more, close the shower curtain, and clean up. So I don't know if she's against it or if it's because of the aches and pains it causes her to just get in and out of the shower. Um, yeah, I don't I don't use baby wipes. Um, Warning, it's going to be a little graphic. I don't use baby wipes unless I've had a major bowel movement, basically, to clean up the mess before I use toilet paper to. So it's like I use a baby wipe, clean up the mess if there's any mess down there, and then use regular toilet paper to dry and finish wiping. So I don't know. I mean, Well, I'm planning on, yeah, I'm planning on taking a shower tonight because I'm getting disgusted with my own self. Goat's milk. Well, unfortunately, I don't have any places around here that sells goat's milk, but that would be interesting. I'm starting to think that I need some sort of daily routine. Um, I actually thought about, I said this already, but I don't like dunking in cold water, but I know how sometimes cold water just revitalizes. And what I used to do, and this is way back before I met Jerry Ann, what I used to do is I used to basically go into the bathroom, um, take my shower, clean my hair, all that stuff, and then after all the dirty water and whatnot drained, I would fill up the not here, but I would fill up my tub. 'Cause a lot of the tubs that I used to have in places I used to live were a little bit deeper than most tubs nowadays. Um, I used to fill it up with like lukewarm to just above freezing cold water, and I would just get in there and sit and just let the water fill up to almost like that far from the top, and just sit there, and you'd see my top of my head and maybe my kneecaps because they weren't that long. Um, and it just felt so good to just sit there in that cool water and let the day melt away and let my thoughts clear, so I wouldn't have to you know be that bad or be that crazy in the head. I actually kind of miss those days. Yeah, basically that's what she's doing right now. She's just taking um, prescribed medications. She's not getting a chemo pill. She's getting I don't forgot what it's called. Um, well, she's got the Ritalin. She's got this weird itty bitty square pill. So I don't know what she's taking. I'd have to go look at her medicines. Um, but yeah, she she would rather have this all cleared up before she takes another round of chemo. In fact, is it this month or next month? I think it's sometime in September. She's going up to St. Louis for one of these research trials on her specific type of cancer. So I don't know if she's going to be up there for a while, if she has to stay up there the whole time they're doing this test or whatnot. Which between me and these four walls, um, might do me and mom some good. I might be able to get some stuff done around the house done, um, that kind of thing. So it's like hopefully she doesn't have the same issues she had last time. Last time she had a really bad bout of diarrhea, and it's like I was kind of like, how many times am I going to have to stop so she can run into a bathroom? So she canceled that one. Luckily, she was able to get on the second one, and I'm like, don't cancel this. You cancel too many of these trials and whatnot, um, you might lose out. But um, oh, yeah. Well, the thing is, the boo boos on her back every time she showers, they sometimes get worse, but they also sometimes get better. So I think she just should take a shower just for the sake of taking a shower. Um, yeah. Well, there was one time I decided to experiment. I had Epsom salt, and was it lavender oil. I mixed the two together and put it, made my own bath bomb basically, and it was very soothing, very soothing. Um, she basically, her first chemo was a combination of an oral medication and going in and getting radiate, yeah, getting the bombardment of radiation. So yeah, she's been on both. She's done both. Um, I get my your pick line flushed today. That's always fun. Get to sit there and have it flushed, and if you're like I don't know if she still does it because I don't go into her port flush anymore. I gotta deal with a dog, and I don't want the dog in there um, because of strange people, strange noises, and she can't be jumping all over Jerry. But yeah, she gets her port flush done every so often. Uh, yeah, she's putting on a good game face when it comes to the cancer. Um, lately, it's been more a focus on trying to get better. The thing is, I'll be honest with you. She says she's trying, but I don't know. I can't see it. She told me one day. I think I said this on her channel. She told me one day she tried to pull the chair I brung in for her over to the sink to do some dishes, but because of this modular unit we have that we can move around in the middle of the kitchen floor, that I'm thinking we need to get rid of because we're not using it. But she wants to move it to some place. She couldn't get into the chair because of that. And I'm like, I know she could have moved the black counter. That and all the stuff that's on the chair was basically on the chair before she said it. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Um, it's not that I'm saying that she's a liar, but evidence proves otherwise. Um, so, yeah, I thought Jerry chose quality of life and more medications. Well, that's the thing is, she wants the cancer to go into remission, basically, and hope it stays in remission. Granted, she's stage 4, so it'll never go away. The thing is, she wants to be able to live a better life and do more. Well, me is like, okay, you can start doing more around the house. You can start doing more exercises. You can start you know, I can't force her to do anything. She can't force me to do anything. But I'm starting to realize maybe I have to start doing more, which I don't know what more I could be doing. Probably exercise and whatnot to get her up and running. I don't know. Um, well, I know what you mean, House Joan, but it's not that I don't like hot showers. I actually do like a decent warm shower. But my problem is forcing me myself to take the time to do it because I get so like caught up in everything else that's going on around the house. Yeah. Um, Jim, why is there so much stress lately in the household? Well, Oreo has a tendency to bark or do things that stress me and mom out because it's like we'll be sitting there enjoying our tablets, just sitting in quietness, and all of a sudden she comes blazing out of nowhere, or just pops up out of nowhere and starts barking like crazy, and it's like, like either the dog is going to cause a heart attack or some kind of stress related episode. Then there's the trying to get this room straightened out so we can get this straightened out and move stuff from there to there, and start basically our remodeling, if you want to call it that. And I'm just like, what bugs me the most is it's my stuff is pretty much taken care of except for one or two little things in the bedroom. But I got piles building up in my office area. I've got a whole room that needs to be basically everything needs to come out of there so we can set it up the way we want it. Just a lot of things that are just kind of. And then what bugs me the most, this is the thing that bugs me the most. All my life, it's been not being a minimalist, but being a well organized, clean home. And now it's like, no, no, this is not my lifestyle. So that stresses me out. I mean, I wake up in the morning, and yes, I blame myself because I could have probably done the dishes before I went to bed. I forget, you know, and then I come out and here's from the kitchen sink to the corner, you know, which is a good maybe 2.5 feet worth of space. Pots and pans and dishes and and then I get into this with my psychiatrist said task paralysis. I see the mess, I see what the task is supposed to be, but then I go, no, no, I don't want to deal with that, but I have to. Um, I do have. Well, see, this is the thing, Peaches, and this is all on me. I have a planner. I forget to write down. Forget the night before to write down what the next day's plan is going to be. And there's two reasons for that. One is my own forgetfulness, and then there's I'm in the middle of a task. Jim, can you help me? I need you. Can you take the dog out? Can you do this? Can you do that? And I'm like, and there comes the stress because I can't do what I wanted to do because it needed to be done. And it's like, how do I tell my wife without getting mad, I'm trying to take care of the house? If it's a 911 situation, find the nanny. Give me a holler. But if it's something that you can probably get up and do yourself, please do that. I'd rather her get it up and try to do her own things than call me in the middle of a major issue or a major task. That's what bugs me. Of course, then she'll also say something along the lines of, "Oh, I don't need you right now. Just don't forget about me." I'm gonna forget about her because I've got so much stuff to do that I'd rather focus on taking care of my house so it doesn't look like who done it and ran. But obviously, it's not viable. Um, all right, I'm going to skip on over a couple comments because I can't tell whom you're talking to. Um, I'm a cancer survivor. My cancer doctor wouldn't let the sores go. She needs to be seen. She needs to be seen. Couples could be septic. We do go to her wound care doctor every other week, or is it every week? I can't remember because days go by. Have been going by really quickly lately. But her wound care doctor says it's not septic. It's just the way the skin is healing, causing some issues with scarring and just the way it's healing. So we know it's not septic. We just know it's not healing the way the wound care doctors would prefer. But as long as we're taking care of it, and the doctor doesn't, say, "Oh, yeah, this is getting, worse. We need to do something about it." Because if the doctor said, if her wound care doctor said that, I would have said, "Can we put her in a hospital room for at least 24 to 48 hours so you guys can get this shit under control?" Because it's not really being under control here because we don't have all the medications or all the tools to deal with it here at the house. All I have here is an antiseptic spray, an A&D lemongrass oil mixture, A&D ointment, and scissors and gauze bandages. We don't have the same stuff that they do there. And, every so often they do what they call a chemical cauterization. So they do the outer circle or inner circle of the wound along the edges, basically, so that it can heal better because I guess I'd say, a ballooning effect inside the wound where it's like it's bubbling up, but it's not like spreading out to heal. So it's one of those things where it's just like I rely on the doctors. I'm sorry, I'm gonna rely on Jerry's doctors because I don't know. I mean, I appreciate those of you who've gone through similar experiences, giving me some insight. But until the doctor says this needs to be treated in hospital, I'm going to do what her doctors say. You know. And yes, I do go in with her and Oreo to see the wound care doctors because Oreo's got a vest saying emotional support, animal in training, or something like that. So it's like, um, is it affecting mom? Yes, but mom has a very good disguise to make it look like she's okay. But I do ask her on a regular if she's okay and if there's anything I can do for her. Um, no, I'll end it when I choose to. The only time I want her to let me know how long I've been on there or what time it is when I do my nighttime sessions because 9 o'clock I got to take medications. We try to keep that 12 hours in between medications, so 9:30 is medication time. That and she'll remind me what time it is so I can go to bed at a decent hour and not be awake until 1 a.m. in the morning playing on my tablet. It's only happened once or twice lately that I cannot get to sleep until there was one day about a week or two ago. I could not fall asleep until like 4 o'clock in the morning because there was so much on my brain that it was like, shut up, just turn it off. We'll get back to it tomorrow morning. So it's like, yeah, um, yeah. Some of us who are night owls have a hard time going to sleep early. Um, okay, hold on a second. James, I saw a picture of you a couple years ago, and you had short hair. Yes, I thought you looked so good like that. Um, well, that's one of the things I'm going to do before I go take my shower. Is I don't want to cut the beard off. I just want to trim it up. Of course, my wife might have problems because she likes getting a hold of the beard to pull me in for a kiss. But it's one of those things where I've been looking at the years. I've got pictures from years ago, even before I met Jerry. That I mean, I looked good with short hair. I did not look good with a bald head. I didn't like that look. I went, oh, why did I do that? And then there are times where I've looked, the different haircuts over the different decades. um, so yeah, I've been thinking about, cutting my hair. But I'm probably going to wait until next spring because I want my hair long to keep my head warm. So there's a lot of different reasons for the haircuts. But yeah, I've been thinking about it. Hold on a second. Well, I will tell you that various different there were several different Viking cultures. You had the Norse Viking, you had the Swedish Viking, and then you had the Dane Viking. Well, actually, it was more like Norwegian, Scandinavian, and then Danish Vikings. And each group, depending on where they're from, had different hairstyles. Um, but yeah, I do kind of want to. I mean, I kind of want to look at some of the. I had an album on Pinterest, and I want to go back and look at the different styles of hair from their perspective, basically. So yeah, I've been thinking about that. Uh, yeah, I do agree with you, kicking. Things lately have been chaotic because we don't get a break from each other. Um, she's upset that she couldn't go to Texas for a birthday party. She's also upset she couldn't go to New York for a wedding. Um, and I'm like, what's more upsetting? The fact that we weren't invited to, actually, it was a wedding in Texas, a birthday in Texas, and a wedding in New York, and we never got an invitation. Well, we did get invitations to one particular wedding in New York, but we couldn't afford to go. You know, but that's between Jerry and her family. I'm like, look, she could have gone by herself. She could have gotten on a plane or a bus or something like that if somebody would help us with transportation. I would have stayed here in Missouri because I feel a lot of her family blame me for a lot of the stuff that's happened. So I'm just like, you know, who says I have to get along with my in-laws? Okay, But there's been a lot of other stuff going on that I'm not privy to all the information, so I don't talk about it. But it is what it is. Um, hey, Big Mama, I didn't see you were on here. Um, I don't know why another person would block you. Um, that must be on their channel preference. I don't know. Um, let's see here. I'm sorry. Some of you guys' comments make me laugh because it's like I literally want to sit here and go, "What? You don't like a good Viking man with a good beard and a good hair tie?" But I know I'm not a full-blooded. I'm not full-blooded from the Viking territories. I do have ancestries from the Viking territories, but wait a minute. Viking James is not a people. It's an occupation by people from a certain time period in certain countries. Um, And they do not wear horns on their helmet. The horn is actually a drinking vessel. Um, and I wish I had one to show off. Um, no, I have not gotten that haircut yet because we started to do the haircut and then something happened. I can't remember what exactly. And yeah, never got finished. Um, Jerry's actually talking about trimming, all the hair from a certain point down. And I kind of like want her to like track to make sure all the hairs that's in the ponytail right now and trim from that point down. And then worry about trimming back the actual ponytail so it's not as long. Um, but like I said, I want to look at some of the Pinterest pictures that I have. Um, it's not that I can't take showers; it's I forget to. It's not for some reason my brain doesn't think of self care. My brain is like, I gotta take care of Jay, I gotta take care of mom, and I gotta take care of the dishes, and I gotta take care of the dog. And by the end of the day, I'm just so worn out that I don't want it. It's just like, oh yeah, I should have taken the shower, but I'm just too tired to take a shower. So that's the problem. I've got to get that. I got to take my planner and literally plan out and go, okay, from this point to this point, you take a shower. And then from this point to this point, you can relax and play WoW or whatever, and then go to bed. I just have not sat down to do that. Um, Kicking. Yeah, she's a very handsome, bushy would shower, trim, and pamper himself. I did trim and pamper. Well, I know this is like last year when we went on that cruise. I did literally. I pampered myself. I took care of myself a lot better. I had some great foods. I had a massage, basically a person who basically trimmed up the beard and mustache and whatnot. And I want to go back. I want another cruise. I want to go back on a cruise just for that fact. Um, but I don't have the money for it. So it's one of those like, let's see here. Um, yeah, I know. I have to sit down and read this book that I have. I have a book called Daily Routine. It's basically daily routine. Granted, it's from the witchcraft era of or part of my life. Um, it's just basically simple things, and I don't even consider what they're talking about because when I read the pre, I was like, this should be a normal routine for everybody because it's not the witchcraft part; it's the self care part that we need. Um, so it's like, yeah. Um, Sorry, some of our messages are getting crossed, but I basically already stated why I forget to take showers. Hmm. I wonder if I took a shower after I did my fasting blood test. Do my do my fasting blood test, make breakfast, take a shower, and then get on with. I might have to do that. I really might have to do that first thing in the morning if I can get my brain to remember. Um, uh, Shih Tzu puppy. Shih Tzus are cute. can get into little rambunctious, but they're cute. Most little dogs, little breeds, are just they're cute and whatnot, but they can be ornery. Um, yeah, yeah. I just I got to get back into a routine that makes me happy, makes me feel good. That way I'm not I'm not in a bad mood, or I'm not like leave me alone, or getting angry with Jerry for just little stupid things. You know. Hmm. Turn it cold. That would definitely wake me up. I don't know if Marguerite has her own channel or not. So, um, okay, I don't know what you guys are talking about. So I'm having a hard time keeping up with Big Mama's words conversation, I guess. Hello there, Shanook. Chinook. Um, why bother with what? Why bother with that when you have a nice shower in the next room? Yeah, I. Excuse me. I question myself. Why haven't I taken a shower yet? Why am I forgetting to take a shower? What's wrong? With my memory not telling me to take a shower. You know. But if you're talking about Jerry and why not, I've said it before. She complains about the aches and pains of trying to get into the shower because it's not a walk in, it's a step over. And I'm like, let's talk about remodeling. I mean, granted, they just remodeled the floors and counters in our bathroom. Why not remodel and get a freaking walk in shower? Mom did it, but eh. Let's see here. I agree with you there, Diane. It's just okay. I could probably change them anytime I want to when she's not in it. It's the dog who doesn't understand to stay off the bed until it's been remade. Um, I've got at least one or two extra sets of sheets that I can use. It's you know, I don't want to like okay, we're gonna put you in the kennel just so I can make the bed or change the bed. No, um, but I mean, personally, the way I used to be is like put on a new set of sheets, and I only had two sets of sheets at the time. Put on a new set of sheet, wash the old sheets, fold them, put them aside, and within like 2 or 3 days, I would change them. And this is while I was single. I mean, a lot of things I used to do that when I was single, I could do it. Now it's kind of like, uh, you know, we do her wound care um, every other day, unless it's really bugging her. Um, I personally, I mean, if it wasn't a hassle on me, I would do it every day. But between the expense of getting new bandages and wipes and cleaning solution and all that stuff, you know. But see, I don't like the idea. I would rather use like I don't want to use alcohol wipes because it would hurt like hell. But I would use like an unscented, just uh, I don't know what to call them, but they weren't baby wipes. They were a different type of wipe. And I can't remember what they were called now. But they had like the cleaning solution on it, and you wipe it off. Wipe it and clean it, and get just a regular cloth and just dry it all off, and it's good. So it's like it's one of those like I know that certain things that she's been having me do shouldn't have been done. It's not the right way of doing it. It's not the right procedure, but can't argue with her. She always finds a way to be on, you know, the final word basically. And I don't exactly like that, but it's one of those things like I've gotten to the point where it's just like, okay, we'll do it your way. You know, let the doctor see it when we go in, and let them tell you what you shouldn't have done. Um, no. She only uses soap when she jumps in the shower. She uses her baby wipes and whatnot. That's her go-to. Um, yeah, I understand. I understand what you're saying there, Simone. Um, oh, Amazon sells goat milk. Because I know. I'm trying to think what it is. Where it is. I know in Greece, I think it is somewhere in the Mediterranean. They use a I think it's like half water, half goat's milk bath, which is kind of like okay, interesting. Um, but I have to check it out. Okay, I am going to. Um, let's see, Jim. I bet getting up a little early, having a shower, and putting on fresh clothes would be a game changer for you if you need to relax before bed. A nice bath would help. Yeah, I thought about that. I mean, I remember when I was first time I was living on my own at a program called Life Development Institute (LDI), um, and I worked as a security guard in a lot of different places. One was a construction ground. There was always dust flying around. The other one was an apartment complex just to keep the peace. Actually, two apartment complexes. And I used to, before going to work, actually, what was it? What was it? Like, yeah, before going to work, I would take a quick shower just to freshen up. And when I come home from work, I would take a full blown, clean my hair, wipe everything down, scrub all the parts that need to be scrubbed, and I was good. I was happy. I was fresh. You know, nowadays it's like, yeah, okay. Um, but yeah, it might be interesting. Like first thing in the morning, just have a quick, not super cold, but a cool shower, just to wake myself up. Better than a cup of coffee, they say. And then in the evening time, have like a full blown shower, or something like that. We are trying to get a health aide back into our, I don't know, back into the works of things, which would help me a lot because the aide could help Jerry Ann with whatever Jerry Ann needs while I take care of what I need to do and what the house needs. Um, so yeah, I would love to have a health aide come back in. Really? Oh, Diane, we know you. You're just looking for another trip to Florida so you don't have to deal with the cold of New York. I don't know what that might have been mom moving around her room. That's what it sounded like. Yes, I know I need to pamper myself. Yeah, I can understand. I used to have a pool in Arizona, and I would take showers or baths after every day I was in a pool. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, yes, I know that Simone's girl. That's why I'm hoping this particular coming up one, which I think it's different. I don't know, but I'm gonna be like, look, we can either go or you can just quit the trials and find something closer to home, because not that I don't want to drive her up there for every session, but I don't want her to like, oh, I don't feel like going because my back hurts. What is that noise? Oh, it's the water softener. But yeah, you know, I know they're going to give her a bunch of like, here's the rules and regulations. Here's what you got to do. Sign on this dotted line. And like I said, some trial I don't know about this one she's doing, but I've heard that some trials require you to stay at the facility, like they've got beds and whatnot for you to stay in. And if that's the case, I'll be like, okay, you know, I'll go back to the house. I'll get her some stuff. I'll bring it to her and come back here and try to find something worthy of doing. Diane, I agree with you. Um, that's one of the reasons why I've been considering. In fact, I gotta look at their information and call them. Is our local center. Now, our local center has resistant pools, swimming pool, um, water yoga, or something like that. Um, a lot of like low impact type activities. And from what I was told by Lisa, and mom, well, I don't know if mom went, but I've been told by a couple people that you go in there, you sign up for their program, you tell them what you're trying to do or what your needs are, what your purpose is. They work with your doctors. They worked with Lisa's doctor up at Mercy. They basically talk to you, get your information, get what you need, talk with your doctors for helping you out at the gym. I don't know if they offer a nutritionist or anything like that, but yeah, I've been wanting to get a hold of it. Mom said that if I hate doing this, but mom said if we want to do it, she might be willing to pay because she was talking about using the resistance pull or doing something. I don't know, but I'm gonna skip a bunch of guys' comments. I'm sorry because you guys are going on and on and on, and I don't know how long I've been on here, but I'm trying to get not off this, but I'm trying to get most of your questions answered. All right, let's see here. Um, Okay, I'm gonna go here. Um, Shieldman says, Jim, if dry skin is an issue, follow every shower bath with lotion. Yeah, I usually do. I have to get more lotion because I'm running out. But yeah, that's what I usually do. But yeah, I hope you don't need another replacement. I mean, my knees are going, south for the winter, I guess you'd say, and it hurts trying to stand up and you get crink, crack, pop, boom. It's like, oh my God, what's happening now? Um, yeah. Well, that's something I've been trying to get her to do is get. I mean, I told her if you need to be going to and from St. Louis every week, um, one, wear and tear on the car, and two, I'm not. I'll do it, but it's just like it's a pain in my rump. And I've been trying to get her to call or talk to whomever, to get possible rides, especially to St. Louis. Not here in town. I don't care. Most everything here in town is like 5 to 10 minutes away. So yeah. Um, oh man. If you can get him to play, love songs, you're doing better. Because if Jerry tried that to me, I'd be looking at it like, yes, not into that mushy stuff. I shouldn't say I'm not into it, but I'm just kind of like, meh. Yeah, I kind of figured they'd do something like that, Billy. Victoria's Secret. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that she would be. Um, ouch. All right. Achievement of Christmas. Pretty much. Um, all right, let me see some folks. Yeah. Okay. I've been on here. Um, I'm actually starting to get tired, so I'm gonna wind this down a little bit. That and it's 4 o'clock, and I've got an hour before I have to. Well, about an hour before I have to start making dinner, which I will record for y'all. Um, so Dolly and Kenny, some good artists there. Yeah, so is mine. Yep. So I am going to bid y'all a farewell, and hopefully I can get my brain straight so I can do some more videos. So I will see you guys. I'm not going to promise anything, but I will try. I'm going to try to mark it in my book to do a live on Tuesday. So, that's what I'm going to aim for. So until next time, you guys have a good night. Bye.